really ramping up my campaign for Baking Soda 2028. My channel is all about this miracle powder that's already changing lives in so many ways. From cleaning to deodorizing to baking to unclogging, there's really nothing that baking soda cannot do. And that's really what this channel is all about, is exploring the endless uses of baking soda, sprinkling in vinegar once in a while for good measure. So if you're interested in joining this movement, please hit that subscribe button. Maybe you just want to know what baking soda can actually do for you. In that case, hit the subscribe as well. So today we're going to add another use to an already growing list, making your own all-natural deodorant. Let's jump right into it. To get started, here's our ingredients. We have coconut oil from Costco, cornstarch from the local supermarket, baking soda, and your choice of essential oil. And today, for the first time, I'm trying to pour it into this old deodorant stick. I was looking for empty sticks online, and I had to buy about 20 sticks in order to get them for a decent price. So instead, I swung into Dollar Tree and bought this stick and just took the old deodorant out. And I was a little bit disappointed because I didn't know that this is what the bottom would look like. And it only sits about halfway up in the container because it's from Dollar Tree. I guess they only give you half, which kind of makes sense when you pay $1 for something. But I'm gonna need to find a way to keep this stuff from just running through this little plastic thing where the deodorant sits on. Because again, it sits halfway up. If I just pour this stuff in there when it's a little heated up, it'll probably just run right through down to the bottom, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna try to put some plastic wrap over that to keep it from falling down in there. So that seems to work pretty nice. Little stick in the center through that wrap. Just pull it on down. That's gonna work out real nice from what I can tell. Now, because this thing sits only halfway down the stick, it's literally about right here, I'm gonna have to make about half of a batch of what I normally make, just because it's such a small amount that's actually gonna go into here. So I'm gonna mix everything together in this pan that I can heat up on the stove if needed, so that I can get it into this stick. And so basically we're just gonna heat this up just enough so that it all mixes together and pours into here real nice. So we're going 1/8 cup of cornstarch, 1/8 cup of baking soda, and then we're going about 2.5 tablespoons of coconut oil. Now you're going to take the essential oil of your choice, and I am using this Lifeline's. It's a fairly cheap essential oil, so I'll actually probably go more than what would be called for. We would be putting about 10 drops of essential oils in here. But this is a pretty cheap brand, not as potent as the better brands. So I'm gonna put 15 drops in instead of the called for 10. Now, the only thing I will say about this and why I would promote this essential oil is because of this cool lid. You literally just hold the bottle and pull up on this thing like this, and each time you pull, 1 drop will come out. So it's very easy to measure the amount you need because every time you pull is 1 drop. Now we're simply going to mix this together, and in order to get it to mix properly, we're probably going to need to heat it up a little bit so that it mixes better, and then we'll pour it into that deodorant stick. Now, it really doesn't take much. Coconut oil is gonna heat up real quick, enough that it mixes together. So I just want it enough to thoroughly mix it and to be able to pour it is the two main things I'm going for. So it just doesn't take much. You just get the pan hot, mix it up a little bit, make sure everything's dissolved, and you're kind of good to go. Now I'm gonna actually let this sit a little bit until it just thickens up a little bit again, so that it doesn't melt my plastic wrap that I put into the bottom. And also I feel like it'll run down beside the edges unless I let it thicken up a little bit. I let this sit for a good little while, and maybe a little too long. It's actually pretty hard, but I think I'm just gonna kind of smash it down in there. Should be just fine. But I think I did let it sit a little too long and it got a little stiff, which will work out okay, I believe. Alright, so there we have it. I'm going to put this in the refrigerator for a little while and then come back and test it out once it's nice and cool. Just pulled this out of the fridge. Smells good. Works well. Turned out very well. Highly recommend it. Try it out. Please stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see more of this type of content. Coming up, we're going to check out more incredible uses for baking soda.